I like places that you have to walk to. It makes the getting there seem handmade. It's a bit like drawing. I tend to associate walking and drawing. They're both slow, they're both quite deliberate. When you're walking, you have to get into a rhythm and you have to get yourself out of your own head, which is, I think, what you have to do when you're drawing. Drawing is a way of connecting to the world. It really makes you look. And I think the drawings I make are about that act of looking and not necessarily about what things look like. And also think as you make drawings, you're starting to consider what it is that will go into making a painting. So that as you draw, you're starting to sort out how a painting might be constructed. These drawings are the ones I make outside. When these drawings get back in the studio, they become the landscape that I'm working from. So I don't think they're reminders of what I was looking at outside. They are the landscape now. And so when I draw from them in the studio, what I'm doing is sorting out what information, what I want out of these to make a painting. The paintings develop from the drawings. The drawings are obviously all in black and white. So the colour comes from maybe sort of generalised ideas about colour or memories of colour. And so I start with big areas of red, orange, whatever. And then as the painting develops, it gets more nuanced as it's overlaid. And the painting develops its own colour palette, its own kind of weather. I think the paintings in the studio develop as paintings. The subject is, in a sense, not particularly important. Any observations in the drawing are transfigured into paint in the studio. When you're in the studio, it's about making the painting. It's obviously made from drawings that I make outside, but I'm going out into the landscape to find what I need in order to make the painting. During the process of painting, I use watercolours to think about what it is that I'm doing. So I make watercolours from the paintings during process and afterwards in order to try and think about what it is that I've been up to. I do like watercolour, I like all the things that watercolour does, but it's difficult medium to use. And I think you might think you're in charge, but it's always the watercolour that's in charge in the end. Should we get another cup of tea?